Hi, I'm Jenny. One of my favorite things to do is answer your questions about spirituality. And I recently received the question about frequencies. You know, you see something like 8 hertz or binaural beats, and people want to know, what are they and do they really work and how do we use them? First of all, I want to say I really love this question. I do use healing frequencies in my own life, and it's something I've been doing for a few years. You can find them anywhere: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. I'm personally not going to go into the science because that's not my approach. My approach is the spiritual. So there is scientific information about these different frequencies. Some people need that to really feel like the bridge between spirit and science, and that's important to them. I'm going to include a link here in the description that is going to give you a link to a good little article about the different numbers, because there's different numbers of frequencies and what they correlate to. And I will also give you another reference, which is the White Light Oracle by Alana Fairchild. She uses the different frequencies. So like she's got, this one is 741. And this one is 174, 417, and then like to give you an example, so this is Spirit Owl of 852, and she says in here, 852 hertz is a love-enhancing, freedom-generating frequency of the visionary. And so she says the 852 hertz is the frequency of higher self-connection, which favors the clearing of the mind and an awakening of genuine insight and higher understanding. The frequency of 852 hertz opens one to perceive light and communicate with the realms of higher light beings. So this is I think a really great resource. I would never ever use these cards in a reading, just being really honest for those of you that are card readers. You know, each one is such a long description, and I personally like looking at this. Besides like knowing about owls, I'm not personally good with numbers. It's just like, I'm gonna be honest, I have like a thing where I mix up numbers. So like this says 852, but my brain wants to say 825. So that's just a personal thing. Like I won't use this in readings because I can't memorize these numbers, and yeah, it's just personal. But I think it's a really great book to do like readings, one card readings for yourself, or, you know, for loved ones, where they can sit and read the whole book. Because for me, I think she writes such wonderful things, and she gives you such a deep insight. I think it's one of the best resources on frequencies. So I want to give those two, kind of give you those references first. How the frequencies work on a spiritual level. So I'm gonna take it to other lives. So many of you on these spiritual paths, or on the spiritual path currently, have had a past life in Atlantis or Lemuria or both, or ancient Egypt or Avalon. And it is said that in these ancient communities that healing was done very differently. So healing was a lot of crystals were used in healing, and sacred geometry, which I'm sure you're connected or interested in both. And the other thing that was used was sound. And these sound frequencies were used as a way of like regenerating cells. It is said that in Atlantis they didn't age. They were able to just sit in these chambers with crystals and sound frequencies and be completely regenerated. And so I think that if you are connected to these healing frequencies, or very interested, or you find them very useful, then your soul is recognizing that they were used before. And so how I personally use them is I use them in meditation, I use them in spell work, manifesting. I just use them in the day-to-day. You know, if someone's got a headache, or if the kids wake up grumpy, I'm gonna find the frequency for, you know, healing, or find the one for clearing energy, or whatever. And they're readily available. I don't know if all of them are really at the frequency they say they are. So that's where it comes to you to kind of do your own research and have a listen and kind of decide, like, is this resonating with me? Am I feeling what this is saying? I do know that 8 hertz is like really like, can put me into a really deep meditative state. And so if you decide to use that one, set an alarm, because I really I'm gone. Like, I am not asleep, but I'm not awake. In that in between where it's like that really deep meditation where I'm seeing visions and kind of like lucid dreaming. So they can be used in all of these ways, and I think they're amazing, and I really appreciate people who are musically inclined and put these things for free out for all of us to use. And I think they definitely will benefit you on a spiritual practice. We all resonate, music is something that really resonates in us. It is said that the angels love music because we love music, right? When we hear music, we get really like elevated. It raises our frequency. And so in the past, when people before they would do spirituality rites or meditations or spell work or anything, there would be lots of music and people would dance the ritual dance. You can dance your spirit animal. You can, do whatever kind of dance that feels right to you for like hours until they were in this high vibrational state. And then they would do the work, where we have kind of tried to skip over that here in modern times. But it needs to really be something to consider, that music is like as close to the angels you can get, right? That's why the medical medium talks about how birds are the closest to God, because birds sing. They sing beautiful songs, and their songs are healing to us. And same with the buzzing of the bees. Like these frequencies are so healing to humans, and then we need them. And they're like the whale songs as well, right? We think many believe that the whales are elders of the planet, and that they sing these frequencies, and that's part of why the ocean is like healthy. Like their frequencies are needed for the good of the planet. There's the belief that the Schumann resonance, right? We have a heartbeat of Mother Earth, and if we are secluded from that heartbeat, our biorhythm and everything goes off. Sound and music are so important to us. So it's a great idea for you to start involving some of these frequencies or sounds that resonate with you. I personally listen to the same drumming every time I meditate. It just brings me right into my meditative state. It's the same kind of drum. I personally love drum. I'm an earth sign, so I really like percussion, and especially indigenous style drumming. That's something that I can just feel my heart like get happy, and it makes me want to dance, right? And so music and frequencies, all of the sound, everything's so important to you and your spiritual growth. So if it's something you're not including, I really strongly invite you to do it, right? Dance before you do your manifesting, or dance while you're doing your manifesting, and dance to elevate yourself, raise your vibration. Be wary and be mindful of the sounds you're listening to. If you're listening to really depressing music, chances are your vibration's going to stay low. It's not going to get elevated. So you need to sometimes choose wisely, right? Really look into, am I really connected to whales? The whale songs are healing to me. Am I really, go sit outside and listen to the birds sing in the spring, and, soak that up in the sunshine. Like, that's so healing to you. It's going to elevate you. So really is important. Choose your frequencies wisely. Like I said, I have a link down here. This is another really great resource. But just really be thoughtful and purposeful on the music and the frequencies you choose. Like, try different things out and see, maybe you'll find one. This is my vibration. Like, drumming is my thing. Like I said, that's the thing. I mean, flutes and didgeridoos and stuff, they're cool. I like whale songs, but the drumming, it's like, yes, that's what gets me feeling into the spirituality, into the meditation. Like, I really feel that so deeply. And so, yeah, this is a great question. Thank you for this question. If you have more questions, please let me know. You can leave them in the comments. You can friend me on Instagram. Let me know there. As always, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you liking and subscribing. And I hope I did this question a good service, because adding this element of music is going to really take what you're doing even further, I think. and really help you kind of shift your mood. You know, if you feel tired, there's a frequency for that. If you feel sick, there's a frequency for that. If you have a migraine, there's a frequency for that. Like really getting these in your toolbox. We all have these spiritual toolboxes, and part of why I have this YouTube channel is to try to increase your toolbox so that you can have all these different things in your tools. And frequencies, I can use that, and I can use candles, and I want you to be able to use everything that I know about. And I hope this helps you. And if you have a favorite frequency or a favorite link, please link it below.